Namaskar. A man is what his mind is. To see somebody else's mind is like standing at the shore and trying to see the other end of the ocean. It is like penetrating through a hard, solid mountain. Is reading others' mind possible? Yogis and sages have demonstrated mind reading skills at ease, and they know what is going in your mind and what is your next step. This is very similar to what a fictional character Sherlock Holmes does in his detective stories. Let's understand the phenomenon of reading others' mind. If you look at nature, movements and motions are the integral part of it. It is like its breath. It is nature's way to make us feel its own presence. All the movements and motions constantly remind us that the world around us is alive and in action. Whether it is a swinging fall of a broken leaf, or the dissolving shapes of milky clouds, or the dancing dust within the shiny sun, all of this makes our world lively. It is nature's expression. All are in constant motion, active and alive. There is nothing which doesn't move. Everything is in a chain of reaction, action and motion. As Buddha once said, that the world is nothing else but the chain of motion. In fact, he also said that mind is just the chain of passing moments. Life is purely an interaction of self with the changing world. So remember, everything is an action and reaction. As in Yoga Sutra 3rd chapter it is mentioned, Kshana tat kramayoho sanyamad vivekajam jnanam. By focusing on moments and sequences, a man acquires highest discriminative knowledge. Our faculties are designed to capture these moments, motions and changes in the nature. We can even pick up the faintest and subtlest changes which are happening around us. We are photosensitive, vibratory sensitive, impact sensitive and even molecule sensitive. We are just pile up of sensors. Every cell is a sensor by itself, and every cell is designed to sense the changes happening outside. Some of us use senses only to see the mundane changes, but some may use it to its full potential, like yogis. Yogis could pick up even the subtlest change through their refined senses. Mind reading is just like this. It is like picking up the micro expressions. Remember that every thought in the mind has its manifestation at physical level. Your thoughts reflects in your eyes, your eye movements, your facial muscles, your gesture, your posture, and even in your body movements, and sometimes in your body odor. So every thought has its subtle effect on your entire body. Reading the mind means reading these subtle changes, reading all these micro expressions. It is not that easy to pick up all these small micro expressions, but one who is more aware and mindful will be able to pick up all these subtle changes. And with this change, man knows what he or she is thinking. So, how can one develop such ability? It can come only intuitively. It is a subconscious skill. More you tend to become mindful and aware, more micro details appear to your consciousness. Your subconscious naturally gets developed to read somebody else's thoughts through these micro details. Another important factor, in order to read someone's mind, your mind has to be quiet, plain, without any impression. When you come in front of me, if I start thinking about you, then I won't be able to go into the detail of your mind. But I am blank. I am just seeing you. No thoughts. Then it would be easy, quickly to read your mind. Dr. Jayadev very often showed such mind reading skills in many occasions. He would know the moment he would see some individual in front, what are his intentions, what are his thoughts and what are his motives, and even what could be his health issues and so on. This is purely a mind reading ability. Your mind reflects in your aura, your expression, and your body odor. So it's very easy to understand an individual without coming in contact with that person. There is no need to have any contact. You can just understand by looking at that person. You can tell what type of disease he must be suffering from. You can tell what type of tension is there in his mind. All that becomes very simple. Yoga Sutra refers to this pure state of awareness as Vaisharadhya. And in this state, your consciousness is always truth-bearing. Ritambhara Tatra Pragya, truth-bearing state of mind. You see and you know what is the truth. Your subconscious will show only the truth. And only in this state of Ritambhara that you can read somebody's mind perfectly. So understand, to read somebody's mind, person has to first train himself to read his own mind. He has to learn to be so quiet that he could come to a state which is called as no thought state, pure peaceful state. In this state, you can see things very, very clearly. So we have to work on ourselves. We have to learn to sense little changes which are happening around us, and we have to learn to be very pure, quiet and peaceful. Come to this level and you will be able to read anything, anybody's mind. You could see the truth around. So keep observing yourself. Keep observing the world, the changeful nature of the world, and see that you don't get affected by the changes, but you are in a peaceful and blissful state. Carry on. Namaskar.